Hi guys. I told you I would jump back on when I was done at Coral Springs Animal Hospital. So I just walked out. Dalton is in the back of the hospital. He is stable. He is already hooked up to IVs and antibiotics and pain meds, and as I said, he is stable, and he will be going in for pretty extensive surgery tomorrow morning. He was hit by a car. As I stated in my video earlier, he was hit by a car in front of a fire station, and the firefighters from the fire station saw it happen, scooped him up, brought him to Lauderdale veterinary specialists. He was in shock when they brought him in. They gave him a massive dose of meds to combat the shock, to stabilize him. They gave him pain meds to make sure that he was in no pain. And then they called us and asked us to assist to take him under our rescue so that they did not have to call Broward Animal Care and Control and turn him over to animal control. So we said that we would take him, and that is when I went to go get him. I do feel like I have to say, I know I don't have to say it for our followers that have followed us and have followed us for years, but for anybody that is new, that happened to be watching that video, I want you to know that I did not sit there and allow him to be suffering or in pain. I would never, ever, ever do that. They had just brought him out to my car and placed him in the front seat just as I was starting that video. And as I stated, I was at an emergency hospital picking him up. They had him completely stabilized. They had him completely out of pain. He was on high doses of pain medication so that he could handle the transport easily to the hospital, and there would be no worries about him being in pain. And when I got him here, they told me he was stable, he was not in any pain, and they got him all nice and comfy and secured and hooked back up to everything. So I'm sorry, I just feel like I have to say that because some people have said I was, letting him suffer by doing the videos. And unfortunately, the videos are a necessary evil in rescue. You have to do a video because I can't just come on here and show you an estimate and say, please give us $5,000 for a dog that you haven't seen or you know nothing about. So that being said, we just had to pay $4,491 just now for me to be able to walk out the door for his surgery for tomorrow. I'm going to turn this around and show you. This is the low-end estimate, which is just over $5,000, and the high-end is just under $6,000. So that is for his surgery for tomorrow. This is the estimate. He is stable. He is on pain medications. He will be started on antibiotics. They already restarted him on his pain meds and his IV fluids. They'll start him on a round of antibiotics, which is kind of normal for a surgery situation. They will be doing chest x-rays to make sure that he is stable enough for surgery tomorrow. As far as all of his vitals go, they say he is stable. But they do always do chest x-rays to make sure that the heart and lungs and everything look okay before they put him under anesthesia. He has a broken, it's kind of hard to explain. So if you look at the x-ray, and I'll post the picture, his femur is broken really high, like by the hip. So to say he's having just a normal FHO surgery is not correct, because the pelvis is involved as well, because you can see that the pelvis is kind of broken too in that area. So it's a little bit more complicated of a surgery, which is why it costs a little bit more than we were originally quoted. because the pelvis is involved too. It's not just the leg. So they are going to have him very comfortable this evening on pain meds, on IV fluids, on antibiotics. They will take the chest x-rays just to make sure everything is clear and good to go for anesthesia, and then he will go in for surgery tomorrow. But again, that being said, the surgery is not cheap, and we had to pay. That's what we just put down, $4,491. We had to pay that before I could walk out the door to get him started. The low end of his surgery is $5,054. The high end of his surgery is $5,989. So, I'm begging once again for you guys to help us with a surgery bill. This little guy is so incredibly sweet. We named him Dalton. He is approximately 3 years old. He is super adorable and sweet, and even though he's going through all of this, I was holding him and he just looked up at me and he gave me this little kiss on my chin when we were in there waiting for them to take him back. So he's worth every penny of that almost $6,000 to get him walking again, and then to hopefully find him a new forever home. He was not neutered. He will be neutered. That they're going to do that as part of the surgery while he's under. He was infested with fleas. They were crawling all over him while he was sitting here next to me, even though they had given him a cap star at Lauderdale Veterinary Specialists. So we have no idea how long he had been running the streets before he had gotten hit by a car. But again, almost $6,000 to do the surgery to save little Dalton. And had we not said yes, he would have been on his way to animal control, and animal control would have put him down immediately. So we saved his life, and now we need the donations to be able to do the surgery, plus the 2 dogs we took in earlier today as well, plus Mickey, who just went to Lauderdale Veterinary Specialists earlier today and had to have blood work and ultrasound to check her liver. So the PayPal link is on here, as well as the address to mail a check. Sorry, I'm trying to think. I'm a little scattered at the moment, and I have a feeling somebody else from the rescue is doing a video at the same time because my number just drastically dropped. But thank you guys for listening, as always. And again, I just want anybody that is new on here to please know that we would never, ever, ever let any dog suffer in pain, ever. He was completely stable and super duper duper drugged up, which also tends to make them whine and cry because they're so high. But when we got him here, I asked them immediately, is he okay? Is he stable? And they said, he's completely stable, he's completely out of pain, and we're going to keep him that way. So, again, he is going to be going in for surgery tomorrow. I just showed you the bill. It's about $6,000 at the high end. Please donate for Dalton's care, and please say a prayer that all goes well with his surgery tomorrow. This is Tiffany signing off, 100 Plus Abandoned Dogs of Everglades, Florida.